Hello everybody, socalthero here. Welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. In this one, we're going to be checking out a BMW M4 mod. As you can see, I have two that are already done. Here, I do have a third one that I do plan on working on today. There is a little bit of difference between the two. This one is the Liberty Walk version of the mod itself. I'll get in here and let you guys hear it. That's a pretty good sounding car. There's no performance mods or anything on them, just because as you can see in the corner, my funds are getting a little low. But this is the Liberty Liberty version. This is version 1, and then that's version 2 over there. I was planning on keeping this car. That's why it has the custom plate on it. But unfortunately, with funds, I have to let one go, and it's gonna be that one. As you can see, this is the version 2 of the Liberty Walk, which is pretty cool too. And if we go inside here, you can see the red one up here, which I was going for the M colors here. That's why the two outside are blue and this one's red. That's going to be the one that I end up keeping. Over here, we have the Scion FRS. I still have to work on that. That'll be in a video upcoming here pretty soon. But this car itself is done for the most part, body-wise and paint and whatnot. But the engine and suspension is not done yet. So as you can see, I still got that to do, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on that for you guys. Hope you've been well. I haven't been recording as much. I know you guys won't notice it because I still have quite a bit of backlog of videos going on there. But I've been really busy working on OCRP vehicles, as well as I needed to take a little break from it, kind of collect my thoughts and regroup, so I wasn't just going through the motions of recording a video. It started to feel like that, so wanted to come back at it with a fresh new perspective and attitude while recording the content and not just feeling like I was doing it just to do it. So I hope this video feels a little different for you guys. It might not, just because we do so much Car Mechanic Simulator here, but I hope you can notice the difference in it. And then we'll continue to do that with the future ones. Kind of gave myself a little challenge here. Fill you guys in on it. As you can see, I'm kind of just like throwing parts on here. I should have, because obviously I built one already. I built two of these with this one being the third. I should have enough parts to completely restore this thing and all of the parts without having to buy any, including wheels and tires from this point forward. So I gave myself two challenges on this. One, see if I would have to buy anything out further for this vehicle, which I'm hoping I don't, because one, I'm poor, and two, it'd be a nice time saver. So that's why you guys are getting a video here where I'm going through the entire process of rebuilding the engine and suspension. And two, I also did a clearing of my inventory as far as parts is concerned that are good. They're still good parts. It's just takeoffs from other cars, because like we did a performance upgrade version of it, and we were able to fix some of the parts that were on it already, or it was just leftover parts from customer cars for when I was working on customer cars in between to make a little bit of extra money, just to get over the hoof of finishing a car that I wasn't planning on selling. So when this is all said and done, I should have just enough parts to restore this car. And the Scion has got no parts whatsoever that I have on me for it. So it should just be this car's only. And then I should have zero inventory. I did it for two reasons. One, I wanted to see if I could do it. And building two cars prior that are exactly the same makes it a little bit easier to do that. And then two, I also wanted to kind of give the game a little bit of a refresh in regards to like parts I have, in case there's an update or something that maybe conflicts with parts inventory that I have left over from previous jobs. So I haven't had any issues with the game recently, knock on wood, but I did when I was doing the Jaguar DLC, which is very strange because the Jaguar DLC is obviously from the creators of the game. So that's something I kind of would have expected to run a little bit smoother, but when I was working on the XJS, I noticed that it was crashing a lot more. Like I've rarely dealt with crashing in this game and the previous version of the game, even with all these mods in, but it was just not having it with the Jaguar DLC. So I kept the DLC in. I sold the car, though. I only kept one Jaguar. So hopefully, in doing all that, the game runs a little bit smoother. Ever since I did the Jaguar DLC, I have not seen as much crashing. I shouldn't say as much. I haven't had any crashing. So I'm hoping that's going to continue and it was just something isolated to that. But if not, it is what it is. We'll deal with it as it comes about if it does. Of course, when I say we, I mean I will. Obviously, if I do crash, I'll edit it out for you guys so you guys don't have to sit there and watch me reset up my game again. Or if I have to rebuild everything again. But if you do notice that I save my game a lot after I get done doing something with it, like right now I'm going to hit save. That's because this game doesn't have an autosave, and I just want to be extra cautious just in case it does crash on me. I did want to get up here again just to get this done and to get the fluids in it too. Now this one's a little weird because the engine sits at an angle, as you saw underneath it. It is one of the default engines though. There's a I forget which like E series you would or E body style you would say it is for the Beamers, but there's a default car that is very similar to that. It's basically based off of it, like an older M3. And it seems like a lot of the parts for this mod use just vanilla game parts, so that's the reason why I wanted to pick this up and give it a try, because I was like, let's do something that doesn't require any mods, just in case you guys wanted to try it out. So again, with all of my mods, I say this constantly, but I get asked constantly too. All of my mods for this game come from the Steam Workshop. I do not do anything outside of the Steam Workshop for this game and a few other games that I play, just because I just feel a little bit safer with it being in the Steam Workshop. You know, with mods with outside resources, they tend to have they can have stability issues over time, and they might not be supported. I mean, I'm no stranger to this with like LSPDFR. I'm constantly having to do updates with mods that are outdated, so that's a whole to-do and chore in it itself. Like a lot of oil was needed for that. I was about to overfill it from what I gather. But yeah, so if you ever wonder, all of my mods that I use, they're in the Steam Workshop. You can find them in there by easily just selecting vehicles, and there's tons of them in there. I don't download all of them. I just download the ones that I like and that I'm interested in. So they're like, everything you see here is not everything that's available per se. I try to get a lot of them though, either way. I do try to get a lot of the mods that are available on the Steam Workshop so you guys can check it out. I might not use them all the time, but at the very least, I'll do a build so I can showcase it to you guys so you can check it out for those of you that might be a little more interested in it than I am. There we go. Got a pretty good track record so far. We haven't had to buy a part yet, so that's pretty good. I did make a mistake, though, in these cars, and that is which car I was going to keep. I actually wasn't going to keep this car. Two of the cars are junk cars, or from the junkyard, and one of them is from a barn find. And the blue version 2 that is outside just behind where this one is sitting right now is the barnyard find car. And originally I was planning on keeping that one, but I really want the red one. I want a red car, so I like this car in red, so I ended up saying I'll keep this one, even though it's one of the barn finds. Typically, if you're new here and you don't know, I usually try to keep the barn find cars, and I try to sell the junkyard version if I have more than one version of a car to restore for you guys to check out. Just because the barnyard ones, they don't have a good cost ratio, I guess you could say. Like, the amount of money you put into a barn find is not much because you're just taking off parts and practically just giving them a refresh and then putting them back on again. Whereas junkyard cars, they're missing a lot of stuff, so you do have to invest money in it, but it has a bigger return on it. So if you're ever curious on how I make my money, it's usually off of junkyard finds for this game. It looked like I had a shortage in brake pads, just looking at that. I mean, it popped up real briefly. I didn't think I would, but maybe I do. Who knows? That might be what I end up having to buy. So far... Oops. Yeah, we got to finish up here. We got the front end pretty much put together on this car. Putting the transmission together right now, too. There we go. And like I said, no performance parts, nothing like that. Just doing a full restore to the car. I didn't want to like compare them, like to see if one version of the Liberty Walk was faster than the other. I just wanted to kind of see the difference between the two. And I wanted to just keep them original. And also I'm a little poor, like I said, so... Don't want to invest too much money into a car just yet, but I'm selling 2 of them today, so that should replenish some of our funds so I can buy some more junkyard cars that I find in the junkyard, especially with new mods. I have, I think, 3 or 4 new cars that I picked up mod-wise that I have to find in the junkyard now, but I still have a ton of cars that are just sitting in the garage that are waiting for me to restore and put together. Those DLC episodes that I did those to help promote the game a little bit more than anything. I didn't get paid to do it or anything. I just wanted to like showcase their DLCs, like with the vehicles that are available for them, because I really do enjoy this game. I enjoy this series, and I'm glad you guys do too. There's a lot of people that watch and a lot of people that give feedback, and even though like, and that's just on the initial release of them, over time too, a lot of people will still comment and like that just kind of stumble across the channel and find like a video of the cars. Like one of my top videos for Car Mechanic Simulator, not even for this one, but for 2018, is the Dodge Charger Hellcat episode. And a lot of people seem to like that one. So it's great to see people still comment on it to this day. Because it just goes to show that a lot of people still like to watch, even if they might not have caught it on its initial release, which is great because one, it helps support me, and 2, it's supporting a series that I really do enjoy making for you guys. All right, so we got the rear end pretty much done. We just got this passenger side to do, and then this car should be 100% done, other than I got to take it to the test path and do the headlights and the what's called the alignment on it, just to make it 100% perfect. I was a little worried about rubber bushings that I'd have extras, and I think I might in looking at this, but we'll see. Oh, maybe not. I forgot about that one. I might have got this. I think I got this. It seems like I have all the parts that I need. And I didn't have to buy anything. This is where I'm going to find out, though, is right here. We're on the last wheel. And pretty much the last put together for this thing. I was going to do it from the ground up. Like, I was going to just do a video with it to see if I get the entire car, including, like, you know, the fuses and the relays and whatnot, and the battery. And I was like, yeah, I won't go that far with it. We'll just try with engines and suspension. Oh, I thought we were gonna have a crash there. The body is the only thing not at 100%, and that's because I don't have the engine cover on. Let's save the game after that little bit of a slight heart attack and put the engine cover on. Pretty cool that they added that in there. It looks so much better with that, just to make it look more like a complete mod. So there is a perk to keeping this junkyard one. It has 20,000 miles less than the barn one, if I remember right, roughly about that. So we're at 100%. We didn't have to buy anything on camera. I bought it, of course, off camera for you guys. This car, ooh, look at that. I bought it for $6,400. The profit in it is $96,704, and I could sell it for $103,106. That's what I would sell it for, but I'm not selling this car, so we're not going to be doing that. I'm going to take it over to the test path right now, and we're going to just do the alignment, and then we'll take it outside, and we'll see how it looks out there with the other ones with the true M colors. Get this, and let's do these headlights. The oh yeah, that's bad. The Liberty, the original Liberty version of this car, the one that's out there, it was strange. I took everything apart, and when I was putting it back together, the alignment and the headlights were practically already done on it. Like, I didn't need to do anything, even though I took everything off. But yeah, there's the car there. Man, that looks good. I love this car in red. This looks really good in red. All right, let's go ahead and sit inside and take a listen to it. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty mean. So like I said, I'm going to end up keeping this one. I'm going to sell the other two. I didn't want to sell this one at first, but I need the money, so I figured I would do it. All of the cars are a complete original rebuilds. And they're all stock too. The only difference is I changed headlights and taillights on a few of them. I think this one actually I did not, and you can kind of tell they look a little different. But there's just that, and this one I added some competition stuff like the hood and the rear screen. In fact, I did that for all of them. But that and the paint job. This car only comes in white from the factory, according to the game. So I wanted to change it up, do something different. And I thought it'd be cool to celebrate the M colors, like as you can see here, next to the M logo. And then as part of the striping here. I tried to capture the blues as close as I could in the red, but fortunately it's pretty tough to get it 100% to that color. But I did the best I could. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I'll sell off these other two cars. Actually, this one's probably going to be the one that yields me more. I'm not going to sell that. Actually, let me grab a screenshot with all three here, because that is pretty cool. There you go. Let's see. We'll take a look at this one. This is the barn find one that I have that I was planning on keeping. Let's go to the funds. So I paid $34,932 for it. I'm gonna make a profit of $60,625. So I'm gonna sell it for $95,557. So not as much as the junkyard car goes for, but it is what it is. That's fine. I could have just simply repainted it to paint match to that and then paint that to this, but I didn't want to do that. And then this one here is the version 1. I found this one in the junkyard along with the other one there. This one I paid $6,034 for. I'm going to make a profit of $80,295 on it because it has a sell value of $86,329. So that's not too bad either. It's kind of a bummer. The one that I was going to make the most money on is the one I'm going to end up keeping, but it is what it is. Of course, we're not going to end this episode just yet. We're going to start our car up and we'll go to the speed track here. Even though it's stock, we'll see what kind of top speed we get out of this car. It'll probably be a little bit slower than stuff we've driven, but it might still be pretty good. So let's see how we do here. So stock transmission, stock shifting, stock gear ratio, stock gear amount. So it's maxing out at 130 miles per hour. I'm sure the real life version of or the IRL version of this car could do more than that, but okay, it's maxing at 130. Top speed is 134 miles per hour. So if I hit the brakes, yeah, this is enough to where I can hit the brakes without crashing. One of the few times I don't send it into a wall. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 21. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. And until next time, take care.